The party passes by a windmill called Bone Grinder, but they decide to move on, and they eventually enter the town of Valaki. The party visits the Blue Water Inn. Melf chats with two wolf hunters at the bar named Soldar and Yevgeny. When asked about a girl at the lake, the hunters mention two things. First, Luvash has a daughter who's missing. The local Vistani are frantically searching for her. Bluto Krogorov is the town drunk. He often fishes in a boat on the nearby lake every day. Soldar says that he wouldn't doubt it if Bluto had something to do with the missing child. But the party decides to rest first. As they inquire about a room for the night, there are three Vistani that enter the tap room. They ask about signs of a missing girl. Verkurva suggests the girl might be at the lake, and upon hearing this, the Vistani rush out the door, and the party gives chase. The party arrives at the lake, but there are no Vistani. So they take a boat out and find that Bluto is out there fishing. Bluto notices the party and then lifts a large wrapped bundle and drops it over the side of his boat. Unable to row fast enough, Melf and Elias dive into the water and manage to retrieve the wrapped bundle before it sinks. Verkurva unwraps the bundle and reveals a little girl who isn't breathing. Ezekiel heals the girl, who then vomits lake water all over Warren. The child is Arabelle, Luvash's missing daughter. The girl instinctively trusts Verkurva, and on their way back to town, Verkurva learns a few things from Arabelle. First, Arabelle feels that she has a special purpose, and that she'd rather adventure with the party than go back to her father. Arabelle also tells Verkurva about Izek Strasny, who is the burgomaster's henchman. He has a history of violence and a fiendish deformity, a monstrous arm from which he can conjure fire. All the townspeople fear him. The burgomaster, Baron Vargas Valakovich, has decreed that the Festival of the Blazing Sun will be held in the town square in 3 days. The previous festival, the Wolf's Head Jamboree, was held only a week ago. Arabelle seems exceptionally wise for an 8-year-old. She is able to powerfully curse those that she can see, but she is painfully harmed whenever the curse is broken. Back at the inn, Ezekiel scores a room for 3 copper. The innkeepers, Erwin and Danica Martikov, ask the party to find out what happened to their wine shipment from the winery out west. The party wants to help, but has more pressing matters for now. The party manages to hide Arabelle in their room at the inn. Warren morphs into a spider and scouts the stable behind the inn. He finds a huge flock of ravens occupying the straw-covered loft of the stable, but he was chased away by threatened ravens before he was able to complete his search. Melf decides to head down to ask the innkeeper if she wants to help with the raven problem, and he notices an odd character exiting the tap room, who is holding a bundle of apples in one arm and a wrapped piece of meat in the other arm. Back up in the room, the party hears a noisy commotion downstairs where Melf went. They peek over the balcony to see Melf roughly escorted out the door by a trio of men. The larger man's right arm is longer than the other, and the hand on that arm is tipped with black claws, and the skin on that arm is red like a demon, and it has black spines running up and down the side.